Beats Planet.
Yo, tell me what I sound like. We're not in the compound. Let me fix my volume now. We're not in the compound. I'm in Mississippi doing Mississippi things. So y'all let me know how I sound. Y'all let me know what everything is like. I got the wackest headphones to try to pull this mess off with. I'm normally dealing with some beats, but now I got these whatchamacallits that was just laying around the crib. And I plugged those in, and we just gonna see how that go. Let me get the Cowboys over there. Let me get evil Voch up there. Let me get little Voch on the screen so I can scowl at y'all while we doing this. Like I say, since we're not at the compound, this show won't be forever long. I'll probably take like 10 platinum callers and get up out of here. So if you platinum, go ahead and get your calls in now before we get this thing percolating. I'm taking the first 10 platinum callers, and then I'm going to go to my grandmother's house to get some good home cooked food and all that. All right. Where do we begin? First of all, I think it's a good place to just start with how this is gonna go, then with my thoughts, and then I'm gonna get to you, and then I'm gonna get into the chat box because the chat box deserves a voice too. You will not get an EDP style rant from me. That's not what we do here. You know what I mean? I'm more so of a it is what it is type. You're not gonna see me get up and break no furniture in the crib over here. That's never been me. I know Brother Law and Big Game James is tearing up the house, but I know Foots is the exact opposite of that. He's sitting in the corner pretty upset right now. So if y'all want like super emotional deal, y'all can go check them out. But Voch about to crack some jokes. Voch about to drink this lukewarm water. Disgusting. And Voch is just about to Voch and Shango probably upset too. But Voch about to just say what it is. I'm just about to say how I feel, and then I'll get to y'all. All right. This was pretty whack today, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all, bro. This was pretty whack. But one thing I'll say though, in terms of how to feel about this, I just Twitter's not a great place. Twitter's not a great place when the Cowboys lose because you get this mixed bag of shit that makes my face itch. You know what I mean? I get more pissed off with Cowboy Twitter than I do Cowboys losing. Now, even though I hate a Cowboy loss because I hate losing, that's just the competitive side of me. I hate losing, but I hate people making excuses for themselves or just not really thinking this thing all the way through. Example, like there's a group of Cowboy fans that flat out think Amari Cooper's trash now. I don't understand. I don't understand. You know what I mean? Now, we saw this man knee go through problems. We saw both his ankles go through problems. We saw his hamstring and all that go through a problem. So he's clearly not what he was, but we just can't forget what he did when he was right. But all of a sudden he's trash now. Foots was on the Twitter machine. I ain't taking shots at Foots, but if that's what it is, I guess. But Foots was on the Twitter machine like, hey, I don't want to hear nobody say nothing about Dak's shoulder right now. We terrible. Dak's terrible. I'm like, hey, that shit's legit. That's a real thing. That's a real thing. You know what I mean? I'm not making excuses because the Eagles won, but we had to be terrible. And I've been saying that since week one. Teams really ain't better than us like that. We just got to be terrible and they win. And that's what happens when you drop passes, when you pass the ball, when Dak throws the ball inaccurately, when we stop running the football, when we throw the football on 3rd and 2, when we, go for field goals, when we probably could have gone for a 4th and 1 conversion. Like when you put all those things together, that's why we lose. Eagles ain't better than us. Eagles ain't better than us. we lost the game ourselves. Now, shouts out to them. Something else too, though. Something else too. Let me get this going. I don't know if there's any Eagles fans in my chat box because I haven't looked at my chat box. I haven't looked at it yet. But hey, man, if I didn't see y'all in week, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I didn't see y'all in week 7, boy, don't come around here now. I'm talking to Eagles fans there. I normally let these fans rock a little bit. I let, last year I let Colts fans get off a little bit. I let the Bills fans come in and talk their little noise. But boy, if you're an Eagles fan and I ain't see you in week 7, I don't want to see you this week. I don't want to see you this week neither. But hey, man, y'all won. Salute to y'all. But in terms of should we not keep Dak Prescott? That's not a smart question to me. Should we not keep Amari Cooper? He's had a few bad games, but that's not a smart question to me, in my personal opinion. And if you think I'm wrong for that, if you think Voch, you're incorrect for thinking Amari Cooper's still good, then we can talk about it. We can have a conversation, but I'm not just gonna up out of nowhere and say, oh, Dak is terrible now, Cooper's terrible now. I'm not gonna go for that. Now, if you want to say Jason Garrett is terrible, I can't fight you for that. But I can't cry about Jason Garrett leaving because we knew back in October he wasn't gonna make it past Christmas. You know what I mean? So that ain't really news. That's not really news there. I think everybody in Cowboy Nation has dealt with the notion that Garrett is going to be here until the end of the season. And if he don't go to a Super Bowl, then that's ball game. This ain't news here. You know what I mean? So I don't get that notion. Let me take a sip of this lukewarm water real quick. Let me tell y'all, listen. Let me tell y'all how serious I take this water game. I have a bottle of water in the refrigerator and I got a bottle of water on the table. One's getting cold and one's staying room temperature. If we win, we going for the fridge, player. But we lose, I'm going straight to that room temperature water, fam. Straight forward. 'Cause that's how serious I take this thing. You know what I mean? I don't like to break the immersion. Now, I saw somebody in the chat box. Somebody. Let me make sure I got him. Hold on. Dre the Great, you fake anyway. Dre, look, I call you fake every week, but you was like, you wanted him here, Voch, and then you said Voch in all capital letters. I don't like how you doing that, but he said I wanted him here. Okay, so listen, it ain't necessarily me saying I want Jason here. I don't know. I don't know. Like, can you find me a clip where I've said that? I'm not saying I want Jason here. I've gone on the record to say Jason ain't great. My big plight is when people blame all kinds of shit on him when it ain't got shit to do with him. Like, we got to drop the football problem. You know what I'm saying? We got a defense problem. We gotta. Let me tell you something. Let me just tell you something. Now, Jason Garrett ain't perfect because I'm gonna get into some of the coaching decisions or whatever. But I was watching the game, right? I'm just looking at the game, and whenever the Eagles did something on offense, it was on their right, the defensive left. Cheeto was getting picked on, right? Cheeto was absolutely getting picked on. There's nothing we could do about that but take Cheeto out the game and put Jordan Lewis in there, and we did that. Now, if you on the side of the game saying, hey, well, Voch, too late for that, I agree. Too late for that. But based on the look that they gave us, they allowed us to play base and a lot less nickel. If they put us in a situation where we had to play nickel, we'd have been shit out of luck. But since they played with 2 tight ends, they allowed us to put Jordan Lewis on the outside. But when they lined up with multiple receivers, they forced us to keep Cheeto outside. They forced us to keep Jordan Lewis in the nickel. So, or however they ended up playing that spot at the time. So it is what it is, my guy. But I never flat out said, oh, Jason's great. Let's do. I don't like when the blame goes in the wrong place. That's my big deal. That's my big plight. I don't like when the blame goes in the wrong place. But you know, Dre the Great fake anyway. But me and Dre the Great, we understand how fake he is. But that just is what that is, though. But we did get Jordan Lewis on the outside, but it not much changed, not too much. I mean, the Eagles slowed down a little bit, but they just found a different place to attack us. But hey, man, shouts out to the Eagles, they did their thing. But in terms of us being successful running the football and us not sticking to that, that's what kind of got me on the edge a little bit. That's one of the decisions that Excuse me. That's one of the decisions that I didn't like too much. Like it was like we were down by like a possession or something like that, and we had like 8 minutes, and we refused to run the football. You know what I mean? I understand that timing is a thing, that clock is a thing, but if we're having success running the football, then run the football. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got to force the pass just because we run out of time and we down. So I say on Twitter a bunch. I hope my new coach, insert whatever I'm saying today, I hope my new coach understands that, hey, we can run the ball with 9 minutes left in a one score game, or 5 minutes left in a one score game. That's another thing too. Tony fumbled today, and I hate Cowboys fans, right? I hate Cowboys. Like, Tony fumbled today. Like, it's crazy how last week we were banging on the table, talking about, hey, we need to get Tony more carries. But then when Tony goes in, when Zeke wanted out, now we mad that Tony's getting carries. Man, we can't be like that, man. We can't be like that. But I think I'm starting to give up on Cowboy fans. You know what I mean? Like not all of them, not like the rational people that I kind of like, I'm kind of like, cool with or whatever. Not those Cowboy fans, or the Cowboy fans that we relatively agree with, you know what I mean? But I think I'm starting to give up on y'all. Like, I normally fight the good fight. I normally hang in there and try to teach the youth and try to, keep people on a positive note, keep people on the right page. But fam, Cowboy fans kind of terrible, dog. Cowboy fans kind of suck a little bit, just with their emotions and with how they navigate and things. Like, I saw somebody call Jordan Lewis terrible today. I don't get it. I don't understand, my guy. Somebody called Robert Quinn trash. These are things I see on Twitter while Cowboy games are going on. Now, should I be the one to not be on Cowboy Twitter? Sure. Sure. Maybe I could stay off Cowboy Twitter, but I just feel like I just got this responsibility, man. Uncle Ben said, with great power come great responsibility, dog. I think I got power, man. Not in an abusive type of way, but I feel like I got enough patience to steer the train of rationality, or like relaxingness. You know what I mean? I just made up a word, but I think I'm starting to. I think I'm gonna get away from y'all. That just is what that is, though. Anyway, Voch, stop it, dude. Fumbled. They took him out. Get over it. What the fuck are you talking about? Shut your goofy ass up. What are you saying? What are you talking about? I don't know. Yes, Tony did fumble, but let's not act like after Tony gets 100 yards on 12 carries last week, we're banging on the table to get more Tony. Now he has a bad play this week. Now we don't want Tony to play. That don't make sense to me, my guy. Like, yeah, Tony fumbled, but that don't mean he's a bad football player now. Just out of nowhere, he's a bad football player now. Come on. Anyway, what was I saying? What else was I saying? Carson kind of won this thing dinking and dunking too. Now that I noticed that a little bit. Like, the running backs and tight ends got a lot of catches. But hey, smart move by them. If they want to force us to tackle, come force us to tackle, my guy. We're not mathematically eliminated from this thing. But it's looking rough. It's looking rough. Carson got to play against Danny Dimes next week. And pardon me, I only said that because I read that shit somewhere. He's playing against Daniel Jones. My apologies. Look, I only said that because I read that on Twitter. I was just reading. I do not refer to him as Danny D Word or whatever. He's Daniel Jones. His name is Daniel. Carson gotta play Daniel Jones next week, and we could just kind of go from there. But we still got to be Washington and whatnot. But the big conversation between Cowboy fans now is, do we want to make the playoffs, or do we want to just lose out? We lose out, Eagles win, and we get the better draft pick. I don't quit. I'm not the type to comply. I'm sorry. I know it's a lot of complying ass people in the world, but I'm not a complying ass person. I'm not the tanky type. I don't root for losses. That's just not my deal. You know what I mean? Whatever player you end up with is the player you end up with. Y'all can go on somewhere with that, but that's just my thoughts, man. That's just my thoughts. What else I got? I got let's see, DBs. Man, they don't even try Byron Jones for real. Like, I'm kind of gonna ask the chat box this later. How y'all feel about re-signing Byron Jones, or do y'all want to draft a corner to go on the other side of Byron Jones? Because it seems like all the bad shit happened on the Cheeto side. They don't even try Byron, and a lot of people have what they got to say what they got to say about Byron. Byron will give up a play. Like every 3 games, he'll give up a play. Every 4 games, but when he does give up the play, everybody knows it and they call him terrible for that. Okay, whatever, cool. Byron may tackle somebody bigger than him and get dragged for 3 yards, but for the most part, Byron is a pretty solid tackle. But for the most part, don't nobody even throw at Byron. They don't even throw the ball over there. I would love to see a chart. One of y'all hooligans that pay PFF and the next generation stats and all that donate money to them, but y'all can't hit my Patreon up. I like can y'all look up the little charts or whatever that shows the side of the field that the Cowboys get attacked on the most? I bet the defensive left, offensive right side, Cheeto side, I bet that side got all the little dots on it. I bet that side got all the little dots on it. Byron side got a few dots, but not as many as Cheeto side. Let me take a sip of this room temperature water here. Anybody that's paying for those little charting subscriptions and all that, tell me, like, somebody tweet me that. Somebody tweet me that so we can know what's going on with that. Watch this. Shane and Carr and whatever. He says, let Byron Jones walk. No turnovers. None. You want to know why Byron Jones don't get turnovers? You want to know why he doesn't? You want to know why Byron Jones don't catch interceptions? Let me get away from the microphone because I'm about to scream this, okay? Matter of fact, let me see. I bet my chat box is so intelligent. Chat box, can y'all tell old boy why Byron Jones don't get turnovers? I want to see. There's a notion in my mind. There's an idea about why Byron Jones doesn't get interception, but I just want to see if my chat box can tell me why Byron Jones don't get interception. I just want to know. Brilliant. Boy, I love my chat box. I'm about to cry. Oh, I love my chat box. I'm about to cry. I love my chat box. Oh, look, I know I give Cowboy fans a lot of shit. I know I scream, but my chat box is different. Oh, my chat box is different. Ooh, my chat box is different. Ooh, Shane, they answering the question for you. Oh, Shane, they answering the question for you, my guy. Goodness, that's why Byron Jones don't get turnovers. Okay, now if you want to look at Xavier Woods, somebody that plays free safety, we play a lot of 1 high, we play a lot of cover 3. He gets to roam the field. Now, why isn't he getting interceptions? I'll take that from you. They stay throwing the ball at Cheeto's side. Cheeto get all the opportunities to catch interceptions. If you want to know why Cheeto don't catch interceptions, I'm fine. You're not about to sit here and say why the hell Byron Jones don't get interceptions. That's all, man. Boy, my chat box made me proud. I would hit the war call, but we lost today. I would absolutely hit the war call, but we lost today. Oh man, what else? What else happened? I think we have a lot of evaluation to do on our defense. Now, here's another point. We was talking about turnovers. Sure, I'm not asking Byron to get turnovers because they don't throw the ball to him. But should we get more turnovers? I think our offense would be a lot better. Should we get more turnovers? I think our offense get a lot better. We can't always force fumbles the way that we do on Madden. We could just we could just hit the button. We can just hit the button and our probability for fumbling goes up like 20% or whatever. That's not a thing. But when we tip balls in the air and they kind of hit Xavier Woods in the hand like that's got to be a thing. Cheeto, even like they convert all the passes on Cheeto, but when he breaks on those passes, like he can get hands on a lot of those footballs. He just doesn't for whatever reason. Now, we got to have a Chris Richard conversation, you know. Chris Richard don't want his DBs to find the football. He just wants the receivers, you know, he wants the DBs to look at the receiver's hands. When the receiver's hands go up, that's when you look back and play the ball. Well, that kind of got Jeff Heath killed today on a back shoulder fade to, what was it, Ertz or Goddard or one of those guys, one of the tight ends. I think if you can't trust your DBs to find the football, then you just don't trust your DBs. That just is what that is. You know what I mean? So I think that's a real thing. That's that. You know, people are bound to ask me about brother Chris Richard and ask me. I wasn't sold on Chris Richard day one. He got fired for a reason. He won a Super Bowl with some of the most gifted DBs we ever seen. 3 of them left the team and he got fired. Like, I never was too high on, you know, brother Chris Richard. I just kind of had to see how it goes. You know, I was on a very show me basis with Chris Richard. And to be fair, I was on that same kind of notion with Jason Garrett. If somebody could find my clip early in the season, somebody asked me, "Yo, Voch, what if we don't win the playoffs? Do we keep Garrett?" And I was like, "Shit, hell no. If we can't win with this team, then you obviously can't keep Jason Garrett." You know what I mean? I said this. I'll send somebody a free Voch Lombardi mug or a free Speed Strength ass whoop mug if they can find that clip of me saying that. You know what I mean? Like, that's y'all's homework for the day. If y'all find that, send me the link on Twitter and timestamp it. I'll send you a mug or something. You know what I mean? But it's just, hey, it is what it is, you know? But we knew that going into the season, not even going into this, especially going into the season, but we knew in October, like when we lost to the Bears, we know that if this thing didn't turn around, that Jason head was going to be chopped off anyway. Heads about to roll, my guy. Heads are about to roll. So I'm about to talk about a few super chats. I got to hop into PayPal. I got to hop into Cash App to address what y'all been talking about. And then we're going to get into the phones and let y'all vent. Let's see how many platinum calls I got. I got a bunch of platinum callers. So let's see. I'll say about 15 platinum people. We're going to let 15 platinum callers call in. Then we're going to wrap up the show. We ain't got to be here all day. I got to run to my grandmother's house. I'm in Mississippi doing Mississippi things. We're not at the compound. Ryan Kirk, he dropped a deuce in the super chat. He said, "Sure, go ahead, beat us while we down." No, my guy. No. That's the other YouTubers. That ain't me. That's I don't do the EDP style rants, but appreciate you for the deuce though. Anthony Ray, he dropped a 10 in the super chat. "If you go by the 80%, we should cut everyone, assassinate Gary, and fire Jerry Jones." Well, that's my favorite one when they say fire Jerry Jones. Fire him into the sun. I think we beat the Redskins. I also think changes should happen. Finally, never root for Cowboys loss. That's big facts, dog. I will never root for the Cowboys to win. And I'll tell you what though, like even if we would have won this game, I was taking my notes or whatever. Even if we, the Masked Singer's so terrible. Even if we were ready to, Nick Cannon's so terrible. Even if we were ready to, boy, his diss to Eminem was so terrible. Even if we won the game tonight, even if the Cowboys won the game tonight, I was fully prepared to say, yo, I still don't think like we can win 3 Super Bowls in one day. I don't think Jason Garrett is gonna keep his job. This thing just looks a bit too sloppy. It looks a bit too, it just didn't look it didn't look as fantastic as it did the last year or the year, when the last winning years or whatnot. And Jason Garrett haters make a very fair point. They say, Voch, it's been 10 years. Like, hey, but I feel you. Salute to you. So that's that. All right. But hey, we don't root for Cowboy losses around here. That ain't what we do. That ain't what we do. Nene said her water tastes like bleach. Don't drink it. Well, how you know? What don't just put it in your mouth and spit it out. That'll kill you. Don't do that. The bleach will kill you. I missed another super chat. Nene funny. Let's see. Eddie B. He dropped a 5 in super chat. Appreciate you, sir. He says, Voch. Where does that VOSH come from? Chat box, can y'all help me with that? Where does VOSH come from? My bad. Appreciate you though. Voch is not lost on me at all. The guy that we're supposed to pick on is the guy that we're supposed to pick for Jason Garrett replacement kicked our We didn't have a chance to pick Dallas Goedert. Yeah, he got picked before us. And even if that's the case, I mean, I wasn't really trying to pick a tight end that early anyway, man. Tight ends are like luxury. They're like luxury picks to me. I'm more so build my O-line guy, build my D-line guy, take care of the front seven, and then we can do luxury things. We can look at safeties. Then we can look at tight ends and things of that nature, slot receivers. But that's just my thoughts, man. Appreciate it for the super chat though. And Nova Legion dropped 5. He says Dez said he'd come back to Dallas if offered the chance. What do you think? Also, who's coaching the receivers? They've been bad with drops all year. Sanjay Lal is coaching the receivers. I don't think Dez come back. I think Dez is done. If Dez was in relatively any kind of good shape, he'd be on somebody's team right now. But he ain't. He ain't. So I don't think Dez is the issue there. But Sanjay Lal, hey, you may have something there. I don't know. But listen, even in that case, I don't think you can coach drops. I don't think you can out-coach a drop. That don't make sense. I mean, that's more of an execution error. You know what I mean? So I can't throw Sanjay Law off a bridge if Michael Gallup dropping passes. You know what I mean? So what you want me to say there? Let me get into the PayPal, see what they talking about. And then we're going to get into these calls. Y'all don't go nowhere because we got some privileged callers that's definitely going to go first. And then we got platinum callers that's going to go first, too. That's going to go early, too. I know Marquise Hardison he had some very evil shit to say, but I don't know if I necessarily want to read that on the situation there. Let's see if I can make this clean. Marcus, okay, so you drop your message in the chat so they can read what you said, and I just kind of read what you said because I don't even get it. Who's shucking the job before the game? Look at them now. Odd number of years equals no playoffs for Garrett's Cowboys. Salute to my guy Voch for keeping it one. Hey man, salute to you. I don't know who was dancing and shucking and jiving though. I don't know who was doing that, but appreciate you. Brian Brown, I think we were head to head in fantasy this week or last week or something like that. He dropped 25 in the PayPal because he's for the culture. He says, disappointed with everybody on this team. I feel you, Brian Brown. I just want things to be right. Brian just want things to be right, man. I feel you, Brian. I just want things to be proper and in order. And they were not proper, nor were they in order. But it is what it is there. And let me check my Cash App because I know Frankly Football Brandon hit my Cash App. He says for the deuces that Gary about to get. Yeah, boy. Gary about to get the deuces today, man. Hey, he dropped the deuce in the super chat for the deuces that we about to send Jason Garrett. So I feel, hey, facts. Big facts, my guy. Big facts. Let's see. We got a good number of people in there, a good assortment of folk in the chat box. Let me go ahead and lock this thing up.
The conference has been locked.
We got a good assortment of colorful characters in this thing. Hey, we gonna go in order, man. We gonna do this thing with we're gonna come in here and get rid of this phone list with great prejudice. And if he's still in there, he ain't happy. Shouts out to B Rob. He says water tastes like medicine when you're a little kid. Not good. Salute to you, Voch. Win, lose, or draw. This show is the best thing going, man. This is the biggest, bestest, baddest post-game show. Even though this thing is a lot more fun when we win, we still going to be dropping film sessions. But, hey, if y'all are draft fans, we definitely got draft film on the way if y'all want to keep up with that kind of thing. And I still will be dropping Cowboy blogs and think pieces throughout the year. So we got to switch the lane up just a little bit, but the lane will be switched coming up. Chris, let's set this thing off with how miserable we are, my good guy.
Hey, man, tastes like hot dishwater after you've been washing Thanksgiving dinner, man.
Yep.
It's the worst daggone tasting water ever, man.
Yep.
And I don't know who I want to blame more, but what I want to sit up and look at is that we watched the situation with this coaching staff just not make timely, smart football decisions. Sure. Watching it the first time, I got to go back and watch it again, but I'm just going in my mind, 3rd and shorts, 4th and 1s, and not just putting their foot on the throat of a football team that was kind of ready to give it to you.
Yep.
They was ready to turn it over and give it to you. They was about to serve it up to daddy, and you just didn't want it. Yep. And that goes back to the point that where coaching matters, man. Yep. Coaching matters. We've talked about execution all year. We talk about executing plays, but coaching matters when you got a guy who didn't throw all week, and you put a spot where that guy got a check for 15. He has got a check for 16 weeks.
Damn.
And you got pieces around him.
Yep.
From Cooper, Gallup, Tony, Zeke, Old Witten, Jarwin, you had enough pieces around it to put a game plan together so that you can go get this win. Getting this win sets the table for everything else, and that's coaching. That's coaching one-on-one. You're not going to tell me that they turned down and walked out Sanders, a college quarterback turned wide receiver, as Foots the King said, a daggum janitor playing wide receiver, a Sega Whiteside. Foots called them janitors.
All these guys are really good players. I evaluated them myself in the draft process. They just weren't starters. Tell Foots to chill. JJ Sega Whiteside had a damn second round grade on the board.
They pulled out a mop bucket. Foots called him mop bucket and taking out garbage. That's what Foots called him. But you still turned around. You had Goddard. Ertz got hurt. You had the opportunity. And they turned around and ran one drive. We'll go back and watch it again because it was sadistic like that.
Chris, you remember Boys in the Hood? Trey walked in the house after Ricky got shot. And he was just swinging at the air. Oh, that's Foots. Oh, that's Foots the King. That is Foots the King.
Just swing it. Foots, you want to knock everybody out.
You're not going to tell me Foots ain't knock over a fake plant in Atlanta today.
Foots done put something down. I'm telling you, he's picking stuff up right now because he's sitting there looking at himself because he's still so young and he's young and he's vibrant. He got all this energy and he's coaching now. So he is now to the point where it really irks him. It irks you because you coached and you played and you watch it. But because Foots is actively coaching right now, that really irks him now. It really irks him now. But hey, man, listen. I don't pray for losses. I never pray for losses.
Yeah.
But you got to tip your hat. You got to tip your hat to Doug Peterson. You got to tip your hat to Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And that I like them. But when you stand, Ric Flair said it best: to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Sure enough.
And they took me and beat me. They beat me on national television tonight. I can't talk no trash. They didn't talk no trash this week. I ain't talk no trash this week because I didn't know what I was going to get.
Yep. And
when I wanted it this week, my football team and my coaching staff finding out early that Wayne Dakota Prescott could not throw the ball with accuracy, and he has been off for the last couple of weeks. But those 6 drops, all drops ain't all created equal. Witten's drop, that's a drop. Yeah. Cooper had a drop, that's a drop. The one Gallup jumped up in the air, that's a drop.
Yeah.
But when you overthrow Tavon Austin up the rail, sure, that's on Jack.
Sure.
When on the third and 8, third and 9, where you get him to sit down in the zone perfectly designed, that's on Dak. Why can't I put a quarterback in there that can execute the plays to get me this win if I'm really trying to win the whole thing? So at the end of the day, no, I'm not cutting Wayne. I'm not cutting Cooper. But I am franchise tagging him because I'm going to let whatever coach comes in, he's got to make a decision if that's his guy.
Yep.
You got to let him make a decision as his guy. Make every last one of those guys interview for the job. Nobody gets to keep their job carte blanche. Every guy got an interview. Every daggum last one of them got an interview. Because you're going to sit across the table from me and tell me why, Chris Richard, that this football team went from a top 5 defense last year, making plays, getting turnovers, stopping the run and things of that nature, to come back this year and to be an absolute sieve. You going to sit and tell me why, you're going to sit and tell me why, young Kellen Moore, why do you throw on third down, 3rd and 4s? You want to always throw the ball up, throw the ball 15 yards down the field where you can get a first down and live to keep the defense on the sideline for another 4 plays, another 3 to 4 plays, and win. I'm going to get out the blame, man, because I know as frustrated as I am and as calm and rational I am, there's so many guys on this line, man, who's going to hit points, is going to have me scratching my head later on the night when I'm out here making this bread. Yep. But, man, I'm telling you, I salute every last one of you Cowboy fans, man. You're the reason I call here every week, man, because you guys are the 20%. You are all warriors. Ain't near one of you rascal civilians. If you in this chat box talking that civilian mess, that foolishness, you need to go find somewhere else to spend your time. Don't come over here where true, dedicated warrior Cowboy fans talk rationally about this thing, even when they pissed, even when they mad enough, when they boiling hot, but they rational. We don't listen to civilians. We don't talk that foolishness. We talk rational. And at the end of the day, we got one more game. And then after that, man, I'm hanging out for draft. I'm hanging out for draft season. I'm hanging out for draft season.
Appreciate it.
That's all we
Hey,
got.
Chris.
That's what we got to look for, man.
Hey, Chris.
Appreciate you, man.
Hey, Chris, I appreciate it, but look, I need to call Foots because I know why he was making the sandwich. I know he took that refrigerator door and slammed that shit closed. I need to call and make sure.
He done knocked over the pickle juice. He got the ketchup sitting on sideways. Got the milk jar.
I need to call.
Right now, man.
I need to call to make sure. Listen, Chris, I need to call to make sure the ice cream ain't melting, the milk ain't spoiled. You know what I mean?
Because he left the door open. He's in the door and just put his hands in his head. That's what I'm saying.
Appreciate it, Chris.
I don't want to laugh, but I know that's what he's doing right now, because that's what I wanted to do too. Hey, man, salute, brother.
Thanks for the call, man. We're not going to cry over here. Hey, look, we're going to be mad. We're going to be a little pissed, and we may be a little snarky, okay? We may have a little spice in there. Oh, but we're not going to cry over here. 16-year-old Cam, what's up, man?
What's up, Voch?
How's your grades going?
Hey, I finished with all A's and one B.
All A's and one B. Boy, let me find a war call for you, dog. Hold on, give me 30 seconds, dog. They ain't finna wait a minute. Look, we gonna war call for you. We not gonna do it for the Cowboys. We gonna do it for cause listen, man, you gonna be a leader in this world, dog. We need you. We need leaders in this world. Now look, pull your B up so you can get the all A joint or whatever. But dog, this ain't for the Cowboys player. This for you. And let me close that bitch right back up because we ain't gonna use it no more. Now, 16-year-old Cam, what's good, my guy? Talk to him about your Cowboys.
Now, but I'm gonna be like completely honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
Like before this game even happened, like going leading up to it, I really thought the Cowboys should have beat the hell out the Eagles.
Facts.
I really just like if you look at it, just look at it. Just think about it for like a couple seconds. The Cowboys should have beat the hell out the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
But now you come out there, you gotta have a killer mentality.
Facts.
Instead of having a killer mentality, you come out there flat as a white woman.
Damn. Oh, goodness.
Don't disrespect white women.
Oh, good.
White women.
Hey, man. White women listen to my show. What you saying? Is that what they teaching y'all in school these days? What the hell?
Right? Don't come to my school. You will see a lot of flat booty women, man.
I'm too old to come to your school to look for booty, but go ahead, my good sir. Go ahead. What else you
but
got?
now you can't come out there flat in a game that you in a must-win situation to win out there flat. I mean, it's just don't make no sense.
Sure.
I mean, that's really all I gotta say because you just come out there flat. That's just the point.
Well, it did seem like there was a lack of intensity, if that's what you're looking for. If that's the point you was trying to get across. Now, I did kind of chalk it up to a handful of things, right? First of all, it's a road game and it's against a division opponent. It's a rival game versus the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't expect it to be an easy game. I expected a dirty game. I just didn't expect, for us to come out with the L. I expected a W in a very close, hard-fought fashion. I didn't think it was going to blow the Eagles out. But we better than them cats, man. We better than that. But anyway, yeah, what else you got?
That's really I'm just going to stay calm.
Yeah.
Go talk to my girl and go to sleep.
Hey man, use condoms, my good sir. You don't want anything hindering your financial endeavors in the upcoming years. You in the 11th grade?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you don't want to get nobody pregnant right now, man. You don't want to do that. Appreciate the 16-year-old Cam.
All right, bud.
One day I'm gonna change his name to 17-year-old Cam. Then another day we're going to change the name to 18-year-old Cam. Then we're going to turn him into graduate Cam, and I'll be so proud. So proud. Anyway, let's get back to the calls then. Let's get back to the calls. Chat box, help me count down. We're doing 10 platinum calls today. This is number 3. Let's get into it. Taylor has the Pepsi on deck there. What's good, my guy?
Shit, not this Pepsi, I tell you what.
Yeah, man, you know. And look, Taylor, I tell you what, man, you can drink warm water, but you can't drink warm carbonated beverage. You can't drink warm Pepsi, my guy. Yeah.
It's just, first off, sorry I couldn't be here last week for the victory show, but I was on date night with the wife, but I was here in spirit.
You got to do what you got to do, man. Priorities.
But, exactly. But I'm watching this game, and it's fresh off my head. I'll wait for the film review, but I'm just trying to figure out why on defense we're playing a bunch of no-name receivers, and we're giving them 9-yard cushions like they got a team full of Randy Mosses.
Hey.
Why are we not in their face trying to press them, give the line more time to get home, but we playing soft zone against a bunch of nobodies?
So let me ask you this: do you think that's a Chris Richard issue that we should keep eyes on? Like, you know, and look, this is my thing though. This is my thing. I always say Dallas media asks terrible questions. Terrible questions. When we have the opportunity to ask for shit like this, hey, Cheeto seems like he's having a pretty up and down year. And it seems like Jordan Lewis, every time he gets on the field, he's making a big play. What's the thinking behind, Jordan Lewis not getting more time on the outside? That's a fantastic question to me. Hey, Jason. So, of course, Cooper's been hurt here, but, he'll come in one time and he'll sit out a little bit. He'll come in, he'll sit out. What's the rationale behind Cooper's snaps? Is it you're just trying to keep him fresh? That's a fantastic question to me. And
another fantastic question to me is on a key 4th down with less than 2 minutes. Why is Cooper and Cobb not even on the field?
Listen.
I didn't see him. Maybe I missed it, but, I ain't see him on the field.
We're not media people. I promise you, we're not media people. But they will walk up and say, "So, Coop, how do you feel about only having 3 catches? How you think he feel about only having 3 catches? Ask some real questions here. Are you hurt, right. Cooper? You hurt? We need to know.
It's not right.
What's hindering you right now? I don't know, man. I don't work.
Dak's been off for 3 weeks, and I think the shoulder's been going on longer than they've been letting on because, he looked great and solid, and then here's about the Patriots game. It just started kind of up and down, and I don't know what's going on with him. But this whole team needs to be evaluated. I'm with you. Yep. Everybody needs to come in, and everybody got to answer these hard questions, figure out what happened to the defense. We went from a top 5 defense to, 1 week we play like a top 5 defense, and then we turn around and face plant.
Yep. Yeah. Oh man. Hey, I tell you what. Shouts out to Wild Parsley, but Antoine Backwoods, we saw nothing from Antoine Backwoods. He came out one week on fire, and we didn't see it again. And maybe that's a theme there. Consistency is the theme that we're looking for there. So hey man, when it's time, because it's not time now, because y'all know my vibes. We can still beat Washington, and Eagles can still lose to the Giants. We can get into the playoffs and win the damn Super Bowl. I still have those vibes. You know what I mean? I'm not going to cry about it. You're going to have to mathematically eliminate me to get me off of that vibe. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes time in the offseason or whatever, when it is time, we got a lot of questions. We got a lot of people that could be replaced, but we'll cross that road when we get there.
But to answer your question, yes, Chris Richard definitely needs to be evaluated because everybody wanted to name this guy head coach last year, and now nobody got nothing to say about him.
Yeah.
And this defense has been not the same. They played great against the Rams last week, and I think that was more about after last year getting run through like they was a turnstile than it was coaching or whatever. I think that was more the players. Richard needs to be evaluated. Kellen Moore, he started off great, but to me today the play calling was entirely too predictable, and Dak's injury may have had something to do with that. But
so how about this?
Literally the first 4 drives, it was run, drop a pass, run a pass short of the chains, punt the ball.
So
the first 3 or 4 drives. So
how about this? Everybody listening right now, the people that's in the waiting lines on the phones, the chat box, I want y'all to answer this right now. Taylor, I also want you to answer this. Where are we with Kellen Moore? Like, this was his first full year doing things, right? So it makes sense to have growing pains, but the flashes that we do see from Kellen are fantastic. You know what I mean? So maybe with another year, his consistency gets a little better. What's the vibes right now with Kellen Moore? And I don't want to ask too many people because I know a lot of people want to say fire Kellen Moore, but I'll be sick if these were just growing pains and Kellen Moore goes to, I don't know, like Washington or something, and he tears up the league in Washington. I would hate that. What's your vibes on Kellen Moore right now?
I'm with you. It's his first year, and you got to give him a little bit of a leash, growing pains. And I mean, I may be going out on a limb here, but I think Garrett, knowing his job's on the line, he's probably trying to put his footprint on the offense when he shouldn't be. And you know, there's times when there's coaching things that pop up, and I think Troy Aikman said it at some point during the game earlier in the year. You know, at that time, you know, Jason Garrett's probably going over there and say, "Hey, do this, do that," and you know, Garrett doesn't need to be doing that.
Yeah.
That's how I feel on it. You know, I think it was Shannon Sharp, and I hate to quote him, but he tweeted, he said, there's 5 decisions a game where a head coach will come into the huddle and try to overrule his coordinator. And Garrett, you know, there's been decisions this year where you have to question, was that a Kellen Moore call or was that Jason Garrett trying to be a head coach?
All right. We'll see then. Hey, man, thanks for the call, brother. You already know.
Yes, sir.
See you next week.
I'm going to go in here and take a shower and cry.
Cry in the corner. Hey, look, Taylor, check this out. Don't cry after the shower. Like, cry in the shower so nobody will know that they're real tears.
Yeah, exactly. They won't know no different.
There you go. Appreciate it, Taylor.
Is there?
Oh, man, that was my third call. We taking 10. That's the third call. We taking 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, cool. We can get this done. We still got some privileged people here. We're going to get, let's see, Brian Brown is next. Brandon from Frankly Football Podcast is on deck. Big Dog is in the hole. If anybody is a power lifter or an ex-power lifter, or they played any kind of sports in high school like that, they know what on deck and in the hole means. So, I mean, salute to y'all if y'all, caught that reference. But Voch was a power lifter back in my day. Let's see. Let me get into some of these super chats first, though. Julian Gonzalez dropped a deuce for the coach. I appreciate you, man. Anthony Ray says, slide this thing over. I think the O-line and D-line need a session because it seems that both lost the battle today. Hey, that's big facts. I can't even hate you on that. It took us a while to get the run game going. I think we just we wore the defense down, so it was easier to run with Zeke towards the end of the game. It just took us a while to get there, though. But yeah, I feel you on that. Totally agree. Offensive line could have been better. D-line could have been better. Jazzy Jeff dropped a deuce in the super chat. Says we need to throw the quarterback pitch in the trash. I kind of saw somebody on Twitter saying that too. The option plays, whatever, speed option plays, right? We can't hate the speed option when they don't work, but we love it and call it creative when they do work. When we score touchdowns, when we put the defense in a bad spot and we're successful, we can't love the option then. But when we're not successful, we just fail. We know, the option's terrible. We just scrap the option. We can't be like that, man. We can't be that way. All right. Let's get back to the phones, though. See what y'all talking about. I appreciate all my super chatters. Appreciate my PayPalers. Appreciate my Cash Appers. If y'all want to get y'all question highlighted and guaranteed, we will do it that way. Brian Brown, how you doing, my good sir?
I'm still doing well, but I'm still mad at you for beating me in the playoffs. But I'll get over that.
Listen, man, some things cannot be denied. Thanos says, I am. Look, don't feel bad because I'm destroying Nene right now. I'm tearing Nene to shreds in one of these fantasy football leagues. I'm spanking her to death. She's getting the whip here, sir. She's getting all the bad treatment. Done dirty right now. So it's all good. Brian Brown, talk to us about your Cowboys, sir.
Yeah, I'll answer your question about the offensive defensive coordinator.
Sure.
I think it depends on the new coach. The new coach should be able to decide who they want for an offensive and defensive coordinator.
Mm-hmm.
So if they want to keep those guys, and if they see the promise there, then let them keep them. If not, then fire them.
Yeah, makes sense. I feel you. What else you got? Talk to him like what's the vibes right now? You upset? You punching the air? You tearing up furniture?
Oh man, my water tastes like sewage water right now.
That's terrible. Nobody wants that.
But I'll say this: I'm disappointed with the coaching staff, but I'm also disappointed with the players.
Mm-hmm.
There's enough blame to go around. We had no business. We had no business beating close in that game.
Yeah.
As many injuries as Philly has, we should have been all over this team.
Big facts.
And we came out slow like we have all year, and I blame that part on the coaches.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is with this team, but they have come out slow almost every game this year. And we've always had to play from behind.
Yep.
And we're too good of a team to do that.
Yep. Let me just say this real fast, too. Brian, you absolutely right. But DallasCowboys.com post-game show, they're currently at 143 viewers, and we at 454. My bad. Go ahead, Brian, say what you're saying.
And that was basically my point. Was I'm just disappointed with the slow starts. It happens all the time. I don't know if we still have a complete team. I still think we need some more corners, and we probably need a big nose tackle.
Yeah.
But we still should have whooped the Eagles.
Yeah. I feel you on that, my guy. It sucks. But hey, if y'all want to look forward to a draft pick in the 15s or 16s or whatever, hey, congratulations. I need to be looking that up, by the way. Let me hop on my internet machine and find out exactly where we are in the draft right now. I'll let everybody know that. Thanks for the call, Brian.
But
go ahead.
I'll agree with you one thing too, though. I don't want to see us lose next week. I don't care if we get a bid for that pick.
Right.
I don't want to lose the Redskins.
I don't ever want to get good at losing. You know what I mean? I never want to be comfortable taking L's. I'm not that kind of guy. That's not me.
All right.
Yep. Appreciate it, man.
No
NFL current draft order. Enter or return or whatever. Let's go back to the phone. Let's go. Boom. Let me hang up on Brian. Appreciate it, Brian. We got a super chat in here somewhere from Chop. He dropped 10 for the coach. Appreciate it, Chop. He just wanted to hold it down for the Doski, Woski, and the Peasky Whiskey. How many callers is that? Chat box, how many callers is that? I know we only taking 10, but I forgot. I lost count. What was it? 1, 2? I don't know. Let's see where we at right now. Let's see. If the season ended today, does this thing update like there's a such thing as tankathon.com? That's pretty funny. The Bengals are number 1 overall right now, and I think they're locked in at that. But boy, if you the Bengals and you pretty sure that Joe Burrow is going to be the first overall pick, you need to send him your playbook today. You need to send Joe Burrow your playbook effective immediately. Let me swing this thing over. And the Cowboys, we should have a 1-game losing streak next to our name, and we do. They update this thing immediately. We'll be at the number 15 spot. So you know what that means, guys. You know what that means. That means if we lose next week, we'll be 7-9, and that'll put us. We could have a top 10 pick with 7-9, depending on how everybody else play. I'm just not looking for no tanking, man. I'm not that kind of cat, man. That ain't me, my dude. But yeah, you could possibly get a top 10 pick with 9 losses. I just don't want to know. I just don't know I don't want to know what it feels like to have 9 losses. Let's see. Arizona's currently at the 9 spot. They're at the 9th overall spot. They're 6-9-1. So yeah. And the highest win 19 loss team right now is Atlanta at 6-9. They're at the 13th spot. So if anybody wanted to know, they wanted to know, what the vibes look like, what the possibilities look like, then that's what it looks like. Damn, Carolina on a 7-game losing streak. Damn, Detroit on an 8-game losing streak. Damn. And Washington, Cincinnati trying to win late in the season. I don't know. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. Let's get back to the phones though. Let's see. Who was on deck? Yeah, Brandon was on deck. All right, cool. Let's get Brandon up here. See what Brandon talking about. If my computer loads Brandon into this thing. There you go. Brandon, what's up? Brandon.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can hear you, man. What's up, man? What's good?
Okay.
I
So
heard, look, man,
you know,
look. I couldn't hear, but I can hear you moving. Like, say something. My bad. Go ahead, my guy.
So obviously, I'm not having a good time when the Cowboys are losing.
Sure you're not.
And my girl is in a great mood because she a Colts fan and they won today. But whatever, they played the Jaguars.
How does that house work?
She might be. She's actually one of only like 2 Colts fans that I know, so she might only be like the third one in Virginia. But whatever.
Yeah.
But
right. Yep, go ahead.
this is what she did. She bought me some water in my little double sealed thermos thing and lit a candle because she knows that relaxes me. And I was able to get started on some notes.
That's a good one, man.
For my next video.
That's a good one.
So this game was just about money, man. Jason Garrett didn't get another check from the Cowboys, and Dak just guaranteed himself a franchise tag if you want to be real. And, of course, got Jason Garrett about the paint. So, I mean, silver linings, I guess. But I think I told you before, when me and you talked, this whole coaching staff situation, I think, is only solvable by a scorched earth. Because the next coach should be able to come in and pick his own guys. And also, like Hunter Grant talked about, really decide if Dak is his guy. Because, I mean, if he's not after that 1-year franchise tag, we could compete for sunshine, which, I'm saying, if I could get Trevor Lawrence, whatever.
But I tell you what, though, like, sunshine is cool, but, like, I'm fine with Dak. Like, Dak ain't terrible. I don't think Dak's a problem here. Yeah, go ahead.
I am fine with that, but the next coach got to decide if he's fine with that.
That's for you. I give you that much. You right about that. My thoughts and opinions do not matter here. That's big facts. I give you that, fam. You ain't lied yet.
100%. And like, I'm hoping that this last game, the coaching staff will do their best to try to get as many guys playing time as possible. If they're not going to compete for
you trying to tank, man.
spot.
You trying to tank, man. I'm not trying to. No, I don't need Cooper Rush. I don't need. No, come on, man.
Whoa. Let's not get drastic there. I'm talking about other guys. You already know that I'm a fan of like Donovan Wilson.
You want to get Donovan?
I want to see if Tony can handle a large load. So I want to give him like 10 carries or more.
But we not.
You know what I'm saying?
But we not mathematically out though.
True.
Yeah.
But we don't control our own destiny.
That's facts. Yeah. Let's see. Let me look at my phone and see. We're next week. We're a 12:00 game. So yeah, we won't know ahead of time. Like if the Eagles play at 12 and we the night game, like we won't know ahead of time. But it depends on what the Eagles do. Yeah, that's facts.
What time do the Eagles play? Do you got that available?
I ain't got no Eagles information on my phone. Dog. What's wrong with you?
Hey man, I didn't know if you had it for the whole league.
What's wrong with you, player? No, sir. But what do you think about the coordinators before I hang up on you and move on to my next caller? What you think about Kellen and brother Chris?
I mean, like you said, Chris Richard got fired for a reason. I already said before that Cheeto already had the penchant for not turning around for the ball. He played hands, not the ball. That mentality has spread like a cancer. And I think that has come about as a result of coaching.
I feel like Cheeto was fine before Chris got here, though. I feel like that, though.
He may have been fine, but he was fine as a result of the other DBs playing decently.
The other DBs upgraded. Like we went from Brandon Carr to Byron Jones, I believe.
Well, when I say upgraded, I mean their play from last year to this year.
Okay,
Tito was last year because all of the DBs were playing well. They upgraded and really the whole defense upgraded their play.
Yeah, okay.
Now, this year when everybody is basically their play is going to fall on their own stature, Cheeto ain't doing so hot. You know what I'm saying? And it's really going to determine. Well, it's the rest of the DBs like Byron, Jordan Lewis. I hope not, because I'm a fan of him.
Sure.
But all of their, especially Byron, because he's going to be a free agent.
Yeah.
It's really going to be determined by the next coach liking him and Jerry Jones because he's the GM. Now, as far as young Kellen,
sure.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No. I was just breathing because a lot of people want to push Jerry Jones off the bridge. But tell me about Kellen.
He ain't dead yet. I mean, so
Don't
I don't want him
say
to
that,
go
man.
away.
Don't
Just
say that, man.
you know, live the rest of his old life somewhere else. Anyway,
Yeah. Tell me about Kellen more. What?
As far as young Kellen,
Yeah.
he was able to show, you know, based on taking a step last year and a step forward this year, you know, and his perception by the fans went steadily downhill when he was given more responsibility. So maybe at the moment, all that he can be is a quarterback's coach. Maybe he needs more time. But right now, I think that offensive coordinator isn't his niche. It's likely because he doesn't have the time in.
Hey man, we see a little bit of both answers, so I think this is a pretty polarizing argument. I may do a think piece later on this week, kind of touching on that. But interesting notions there. It's Brandon from Frankly Football on YouTube, the Frankly Football podcast, and all that. And appreciate you, my brother. Hold it down for the Doski Woski, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Peace.
That's what we do here, man. We just give out free drops. I don't charge them a dime. We just pass out the free drops. You say that metaphorically speaking about pushing Jerry off a bridge, but they legit. Yeah, some people really want Jerry to like not be alive no more, and I think those people are sick. Like some people take football way too seriously. Like I love football. I think it's the best game in the world. I played it, coached it. Like you put your body on the line for it. I love it to death. When I lose, I'm sick. When I'm happy, I'm elated. But it is a game at the end of the day, and it is not that serious to where we talking about, oh, I hope Jerry needs to hurry up and die. Y'all hoes suck saying goofy shit like that. I can't stand that. I hate that. Ugh. Look, admins, if y'all see anybody saying anything close to that, get them out my chat box, dog, because I don't even want them here. I don't even want that energy around me, dog. Football ain't even that worth it, dog. Like, if you want to fire Jason Garrett, cool. Jason can get another job, dog. But we ain't finna talk about somebody. It ain't that serious, dog. How many calls we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. Let's see. We got Big Dog next. Adrian on deck. Dave from NY in the hole. Let's run this for the cardio. Big Dog, what's up, man?
What's poppin', bro? What's good?
Everything, player. What you got for the show?
Well, you know I got my list. I got my list.
Okay.
Checking it twice. We'll talk about coaches first.
Okay.
Talk about Kellen Moore and whether I think he should be here to stay or here to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know what anybody else thinks, but I think he do deserve a second chance.
Sure.
But not on my team. He deserves a second chance on somebody else.
Damn.
Some new rebuilding team, Miami Dolphins, Cincinnati Bengals. Not with a team that needs you to win Super Bowls today. Got a Super Bowl roster today. We need play calling today. We don't have time for you to try to gather and get your feet up under you while you become a good offensive play calling coach in this league. Go to the Dolphins with that. You can beat just him and Garrett. Matter of fact, go to the Dolphins. All I get there.
How many bad games has Kellen called this year?
I would every game we don't score at least 12 points.
That's not fair.
I would consider a bad game.
That's not fair. That's not fair.
But, I mean, it's not. But I mean,
but I'll listen to you.
How long we gonna? We got a great roster. Well, we don't have time to wait. So get a dude in there now. Mike McCarthy, Urban Meyer today, or do you want to sit around and wait for more? We always have a. See, I'm a Cowboys fan, but we know when we don't score, we always try to find we could have did this play. How many games we had a questionable third or fourth down call? Third and one, we should have did this. Or that's just, I think Kellen Moore would be a good play caller, but We need him to be a great play caller right now.
So
day.
so how would you respond if I said, well, fans want us to be a lot less predictable. They hate when we're predictable, and so when we try to shake things up, then it basically depends on whether it works or not. What do you have to say about that, sir?
I think our situational football is off. Every fan always at the end of the day, fans just want to do whatever works. When we go unpredictable, we be like, why don't we just run it on 3rd and 1 with Zeke? He paid him $90 million. But when we run 3rd and 1 with Zeke and he gets stuck by Aaron Donald, we be like, everybody knew that was going to happen. And most fans don't watch enough film. They just want whatever works.
I think it only matters if it's successful or not. We've run speed options many a times, and I know because I break down film every damn week. And when it's successful, we're being creative, intuitive. We're bringing that college feel up in the NFL. But when it doesn't work, it's stupid. So I just want fans to relax there. But go ahead, my good sir.
Right, I agree. That's why I said, how about we get something that I would like my coach that I would have right now on the table, and I would want him to come in the office is Mike McCarthy. I think he do great wonders for the offense, which leads me into my next point. Where people was talking about Dez Bryant and whether he gonna play again, I think he actually got an offer, but he felt like it was disrespectful. He didn't want to go play for whoever team called him. But you notice people ain't gonna remember this, but Dez Bryant when he was playing with us, everybody was blaming him for drop passes and drop balls, and now we got people coming to the team now who's never had that issue, like Witten, or Randall Cobb, or and Cooper's had drop problems, yes, but I think Gallup dropped the ball today. I was arguing with my friends. I said, you know what I wish Dak would actually be better at? Most of his drop passes come from passes across the middle. When he steps up in the pocket and throws a pass across the middle, he throws with a lot of velocity, and it's usually either really high or really low or out far in front away from the body of the receiver. I know they're in the league and they're going to be able to catch everything, but I've never seen Randall Cobb drop very many passes from Aaron Rodgers, and he throws the ball with a lot of velocity. But I think he also knows when he don't have to throw it 100 miles an hour across the middle, and when he can just take a little off of it. So I think Dak as a passer, first off, should learn to have more touch across the middle with the football. Dez Bryant had the balls bounce off his hands when he was playing. Randall Cobb, I've seen things bounce off his hands and end up intercepted. Even when we used to get mad, I remember Cole Beasley, we was yelling at him for drop passes. Eventually, we should go back and look at film. You got all the film. Look at Dak's accuracy across the middle. I know he's gotten better as a passer, but I think it still needs work. It's just not better decision making for sure. But he's still not, his ball placement isn't there. And I also think to take some pressure off of himself, just tuck the ball and run, bro. I know you've gotten better at passer. You see the ball, you see the field better, but to take yourself pressure off making great throws like you Drew Brees, just tuck the ball and run on 3rd and 1. Our best offense is sometimes when Dak just tucks it. I wish he would remember that. That's how you got drafted. You tuck the ball, Mississippi State, run people over. That's your best play. So that's my second point. And my third point, man. Chris Richard, the defense. I do think he deserves a chance to stay with Dallas.
You want to get rid of Kellen Moore, but you try. Wait. You want to smoke Kellen Moore, but you want to let Chris Richard fly.
Under a head coach that can say, hey, Chris, why the hell are you paying 15 yards back? Move them niggas up. That's what I want a head coach. I think McCarthy would tell him to move people up.
So Kellen Moore got Kellen Moore got the #1 offense in the league. He can go. He can leave. Yeah. But Chris Richard. Yo. You
know why though, right? You know why?
I don't.
You know why though? Because
I don't.
Moore offense is only #1 in the league, and I'm a fan, so don't hate me when I say this. But our offense is only #1 in the league when we down and out, backs on the wall, we got to throw, and we doing it against soft coverage or a bad football team. And I'm just being real. Every time we play somebody good, Saints, Bills, Patriots, whoever, we don't got #1 offense in the league.
So we
score about 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points.
So we get in situations like that because our defense has giving up points, correct?
Incorrect. We usually are in games because the defense hasn't given up loads of points. Like tonight, losing the game. If we played any other team, we should have got murdered tonight. We really should have got blasted. But we still had a chance, down 8, to come back in the game. What about the Patriots? We should have got blasted. The Saints, we should have got blasted. The Bills, I mean, everybody we play, we should get murdered. But our defense, they're not there. We don't get enough turnovers, but, we keep ourselves in the game. And I think we should let Chris Richard really take control of the draft.
The defense.
Because I can't tell. You might know. What do you think? Do you think he was just good because they got Sherman and Thomas? Or I want to let him draft. I would say, all right, Richard, who do you want, man?
Well, I'm not letting Chris draft, but the defense don't give up points for real, but they give up a lot of plays. They give up a lot of plays. They gave up 31 to the Bears, dog. We gave up 26 to the Bills, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like 27 to the Lions. We won. You know what I'm saying? But like, ugh. Look, if you want to keep Chris and keep Kellen, I can't cuss at you, but we ain't finna get rid of Kellen and keep. I can't do it, my guy. Big dog. No, sir. And
get McCarthy in there and keep Kellen. Get McCarthy, keep Chris. I bet we will have a great offense. And in worst case scenario, the same defense we got this year, except in 3rd and 1 or 4th and 1 or 3rd and 2. I bet we move the ball. We score more touchdowns in the red zone also.
Big dog, you are a gentleman and a scholar, but I'm about to hang the phone up on you, my guy. I appreciate you, dog. Thanks for calling.
Yes, sir. You too, man. I have to go.
Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Oh, not going to be able to do it. Oh, man. Why my back hurt? My back hurt. Oh, goodness. Adrian, what's up, man?
What's going on, Voch? How's your night going?
Everything, player. The Cowboys lost, but, everything else straight. We living. We alive.
Okay. I guess my first point for tonight is, why the heck were we trying to throw the ball so much tonight when we got Zeke and Tony Pollard that just got done killing the Rams last week?
I do agree.
Put up 236 yards. I'm sorry, 263 yards, which I would, in my case, was a better defense than what the Eagles get. Probably would they had. They have Aaron Donald, and that same defense that was the Super Bowl last year. I'm pretty sure that we should have been killing them with just Zeke and Tony Pollard. Should have just been killing them all night, and then run Dak a little bit, just so Dak wasn't having to throw the ball all across the yard. It's like, look, Dak looked like he was struggling, like he was trying to, force a bowling ball through a paper straw all night. He's like, the dude can't throw just because of the injury that he got against the Rams last week.
I do think we gave up on the run a bit too early. I totally agree there. But hey, can't change it now. What else you got?
Also, it's like everyone else has been saying tonight, it's time for Jason Garrett to go. We need some new blood in the on this team to get people more focused. Like, Jason Garrett can get us focused for a week, but he can't keep us focused for 16/20 weeks. We need a coach that's going to keep this team focused the whole time. Yeah. It's like we need a coach that has to have the team scared to death. Like, hey, I'm gonna get cut if I don't do my job. That's what Bill Belichick. That's what Pete Carroll does to their team. Hey, you don't do your job, I'm getting rid of you. Nobody's afraid for their job right now, which is a problem.
Whoa.
It's like, look, man, I've seen high school teams, I've seen college teams that have more focus and more dedication to their team than what I've seen in the past few weeks. When I hear about Antoine Woods getting in trouble because he wants to carry weed around in his car, that's a problem for me. Like, come on, it's like, what are you guys doing? Like, you know what we can accomplish if we do what we're supposed to do, but you guys want to play around. And that's because no one's afraid for their job.
You think nobody's afraid for their job? You think nobody's afraid for their job?
I'm just saying I don't think Zeke Elliott's afraid for his job because he's always getting in trouble every week. I don't think people that have been getting in trouble like Antoine Woods, he got caught with weed I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, and he's still playing. It's like, look, man, what are you guys doing in your free time? It's like, we have a chance to do great things, but you guys want to fool around. That's the problem.
I can't give you that, man. I can't give you that, man.
You can't give me that?
Look, man. Frank Clark put his girlfriend in the trunk of a car, dog.
That is true. I can't argue with that.
And he was fine. Frank Clark was fine. You know what I mean? I can't hate on that.
Frank Clark's a baller though. He shows up every week.
Sure. Okay. So it just depends on if they can play or not. I think that's mostly the case. You know what I mean? If like good players have a little longer of a leash, I think that's all around the league. But you know,
that's very true.
But
I guess. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was telling you to go ahead and finish your third point.
Oh, I guess another point is like, everybody being mad about Tony Pollard fumbling this, that, and the other. He's like, dude, fumbles happen. Like, look, like you always say, you grade a player on 69 plays versus 6 to 8 plays. Tony Pollard he's been great every time. He's been great on about 80 to 90% of the plays he's played on this year. It's just one of those plays where it just didn't go his way.
Yeah, I agree there.
And then what else? It just also, the same thing. We just looked like we came out flat and just the Eagles just wanted it more. It's like every time that we've wanted it, we've crushed anybody that's been in our face. It's all about wanting with this team. If we don't want it, we don't get it. We have to want it every time we play.
Mm-hmm. I think that's fair, man. That's totally fair. Appreciate it, Adrian. Thanks for the call, man.
All right, you have a nice night, Voch.
Yep. Adrian made a lot of good points, man. I ain't gonna hold him. He made a lot of fantastic points, but I don't think I don't think anybody's not playing well because they don't think my job's on the line. You know what I mean? Like I don't think that, because even if you're not playing for your job being on the line, you're playing for money. You know what I mean? You're playing for the contract or the dollars. You know what I mean? Coop ain't got paid yet, so it wouldn't make sense for Coop to play bad. Or to play bad on purpose or to come out not focused. I think something wrong with Coop. You don't play great all season. Then in 3 games, especially 3 games after like 6 injuries or whatever, you just don't come out flat for no reason. I think there's definitely something going on with Coop. We know Dak hurt his shoulder. Dak's finger got broke or something like that too. Like we know all these things exist. So and we still, I'm not gonna get too deep into it. I'm not gonna get too deep into it. Chat box, how many calls is that? Can y'all tell me how many calls is that? Because I'm about to play clock game with these last 3 guys. I'm about to play a little bit of clock game with these last 3 guys. All these guys are platinum callers. Salute to y'all. But what we do here on clock game is that we will set a particular time to the stopwatch or the timer because it counts down. We're going to set a certain amount of time to the timer, okay? We're going to turn that alarm up real loud, and when we hear it, the phone gets hung up. I was about to say we turn this on bit sideways, but you don't get funny wrestling references when we lose. You didn't earn it. You didn't earn turn this on bit sideways. All right. So we got Dave from New York up next. Jay is on deck. George Anderson is in the hole. And then we're going to talk in the chat box for like 10 minutes, and I'm going to get the hell up out of here and go to my grandma's house and get some food. All right? Oh, drop a phone. You can't have clock game without your phone. All right. We got Dave from New York. Welcome to Clock Game. You should know how this works. What's up, Dave?
First, let me get the pleasantries out the way.
You know what I really like about you, Dave? You know what I really like about you, dog? Every time and your time hasn't gone on yet. Every time you pick up the phone, you go, and you try to get it all in one breath. I like that, Dave. I like that about you. I like that about you, Dave.
All right, Voch. Well, quickly, I'm be quick because you extended me the last time I called, so I'm gonna be quick. Anyway,
go ahead.
Basically, we didn't execute, and I think they quit on him. They quit on him, and they didn't want to play no more, man. Execution and everything else, yeah, that's basically it. But I'm not going. I have no more to say. I'm a little upset by the game, but you in the chat box, happy Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and go Cowboys in 2020.
Appreciate it, Dave from New York. Hey, man. Dave get in and get out and get on with his life. I love. Hey, let me turn the volume up on this so we can listen. We can listen for that breath. On Dave. Dave take a real big breath and then he get his point out. Let's see. Wait a minute. Time out. Let's go back. Wait a minute. Let's see where we at. Let me hit the live button. Let me cut the volume up. Listen. Dave get in and get out. Let's see.
We're gonna execute.
Gotta get it all in one breath. I like that. Wait. It's hung up. I was about to say we turn this on bit sideways, but we got Dave from New York. Listen. Up next. Listen. Hey y'all. Listen. Jay is on deck. George Anderson is in the hole. Everybody listen. And then we're going to talk in the chat box for like 10 minutes. Let's get the hell up out of here. Go to my grandma's house and get some food. Listen, right? Everybody listen. You can't have Clock Game without your phone. Listen. All right. We got Dave from New York. Welcome to Clock Game. You should know how this works. What's up, Dave?
First, let me get the pleasantries out the way.
You know what I really like about you, Dave? You know what I really like about you, dog? Every time Dave take that deep breath, dog, and Dave try to get it all out. One more time. Wait a minute. One more time, please. What's up, Dave?
First, let me get the pleasantries out the way.
You know what I really... I love Dave from New York, dog. Dave try to get it all in on one breath. Oh, man. My fault, Dave. Good call, though. Let's get back in the Clock Game, though. Jay is up next. George Anderson is on deck. What up, Jay?
What up, Voch, man? How you doing, man?
Everything, player. What you got for the show? Talk to me.
I told you, man, I only call in when we lose, man. Hey, look, man. This is what it is, man. We couldn't get no pressure up the middle, man. We could sack this dude for nothing, man.
Yep.
And I think come to a point in time, man. You know what? We should have just ran with the backup quarterback, man. You know, we'd be like, oh, Cooper ain't did nothing. Man, look, a regular Cooper Rush might be just as good as a banged-up Dak Prescott, man. Ooh, and I feel like this, like, they might not have game plan for Cooper like that. They knew Dak was going to come out there and try to make do because, you know, it's contract time, man. I think we should have threw him off and just put Cooper out there, man, and let Dak heal up for a week. And we would have won this game, and we would have had another week, and we would have been out there. We would have been banging, man. I feel like we wasted this season, man. And I was saying earlier, last time we talked, I said, man, like, we looking at another 8-8 season, man. Like, and can you really blame Jason Garrett for this? Because, I mean, if the quarterback can't make passes, man, you know, Dak he wasn't trash, but I mean, he played like a backup quarterback today, though. Can you agree or not?
Dak wasn't perfect. The receivers weren't perfect. The O-line and defense were not perfect. But when I say things like that about Jason Garrett, people tend to call me an apologist. But I absolutely agree with what you were saying. Coaching wasn't perfect. Execution was not perfect neither. Jay, thanks for calling, man.
A lot of drop passes tonight, man. But go ahead and do your thing, Voch, man. I fucks with you.
Appreciate it, man. Salute.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Man, my dad calling me knowing we doing a show over here, knowing we doing a production over here, knowing that we putting on greatness over here. Let's get George Anderson real fast and get George Anderson up out of there. George, what's up, man?
Hey, hello.
What's happening?
What's going on live? I just wanted to talk about like the hitting yards and like the fact that we gotta drive 90 yards each drive just to score 7 points.
This is Voch.
That's not really a formula to win.
This is Voch. This is Voch, but I feel I do agree. Hidden yards is a thing, and I was talking about that earlier. That if our punter was better and if our defense played a little better, that our offense would get better field position. So we're not having to drive so much, you know, that we got the ball on the 40, 50, or on their 40, that, you know, we would probably score a little bit more. We'll have more opportunities to kick field goals. We'll have just more chances, but the long drives really suck. So I feel you on that. Yep, go ahead.
And I think Jerry Jones, like, he's been way too hesitant. They should have been fired the special teams coach after the Patriots game.
Yeah, I feel you on that, fam. I feel you on that. What else you got? You got 20 seconds.
And I think when people talk about like Dax and accuracy, we don't play like a regular Russell Wilson, Patrick Mahomes offense Lamar offense. Our offense is like very hard for a quarterback. It's not quarterback friendly. That's why I want Lincoln Riley to come because he runs like a very. He said himself, if your offense is not quarterback friendly, then you need to find a new offense.
Yeah, but that shit works in the Big 12. I don't know if that's necessarily going to work in Dallas Cowboy football land. Let me ask you a question, though, George. So if you had to keep one coordinator, would it be Kellen Moore or would it be Chris Richard?
Kellen Moore.
Kellen Moore.
I mean, because Chris Richard. So with Chris Richard, the thing is, like he got like everybody else said, he got fired for a reason.
Yeah.
I honestly don't want any more coaches to come through here that's been fired before.
Sure.
Because that's not a good formula. I mean, Kellen Moore had the number one offense in the league, and like you could see his flashes like in preseason when Jason Garrett let him go. I think it's an influence of the offense from Jason Garrett. Like I believe he says whether run or pass, and I think Kellen Moore called like the play from like run or pass. Like he schemed it up, but he won't call like either run or pass. I think it's something.
You got 10 more seconds. Urban Meyer or Lincoln Riley?
Lincoln Riley.
Hey man, I gotta get you up out of here, dog. I appreciate you, dog. Thanks for calling in, man. Salute to you, sir. Gotta get you up out of here. My bad. Gotta get you out of here. My bad. I've been trying to set this man up for 20 seconds, but all his answers be short. Look, I was like Kellen Moore or Chris Richard. He was like Kellen Moore. I was like, okay, Lincoln Riley or Lincoln Riley, Urban. He just answered too quick. I tried to set him up for the clock game drop, but he wouldn't take the bait. Hey man, look, this sucked. It is what it is, but it's one we got to take on the chin. We got to eat it, and we got to deal with Eagles fans. Some good ammunition for y'all if they come talking too crazy. Hey, it's about time the Eagles won one. I mean, if there's going to be a rivalry, both sides got to win. And you know, the Eagles hadn't really beat us too much. So out of the last 8 trips or something, they got 3. You know what I mean? And 2 of those were without Zeke. So hey, man. Don't let the Eagles fans get up under your chest, man. We'll be dropping film this week. We'll be doing think pieces, man, and I'll just catch up with y'all, man. Hey, I will not comply. We still not mathematically eliminated. Y'all know my vibes. However, it's looking like draft season, man. It's looking like draft season. Not yet, but it's looking like it's real close. But we're gonna see. I'm about to run these ads. I appreciate y'all. We'll see. I might do a show tomorrow. Oh. Actually, no, because it's like holiday time, so we'll see what happens on like Wednesday or whatever. But let's see, what day is Christmas? Christmas is Christmas on Wednesday. Yeah, so we won't do anything on Wednesday, but I might do some Tuesday and I might do some Thursday. I don't know. Or if I get the film early enough, I'll do all my work Monday or early Tuesday and just release the film throughout the week. All right. Watch my ads and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace. My cable bill was way too high. I reached out to affordablesticks.com. They sent me a Fire Stick, plug that thing into the HDMI. Now I get unlimited shows, movies, and live TV. I'm a huge sports fan, so I love League Pass, Sunday Ticket, and I get the pay-per-view fights for free. There's something for the whole family. You can buy a Fire Stick for every TV in the house and still spend less money than you would on cable. That's affordablesticks.com. There's a link in my description. You should go click it. Cut the cord, man. The YouTube Illuminati is taking money away from your favorite content creators, and people often ask the best way to support the channel directly. I tell them that's subscribing to my Patreon. Just $1 a month would increase production and the frequency of uploads. Make more content for you. For less than a bag of almond M&Ms, you can support the channel, call dibs on requests for future videos, and you can have access to Patreon exclusive material like my throwback film sessions. That's patreon.com/Voch Lombardi. I appreciate the support. Doski Woski. Salute. After canceling my cable, I saved $2,400 this year by switching to Beast TV through channelsforcheap.com. Some people pay $200+ a month. I paid $120 a year, or you can go $15 a month if that's what's convenient to you. You get 2,500 HD channels. 1,000 of those are in English, and there are plenty other international channels, TV Guide, and we get all the sports. One of my favorite things is multi-screen feature. So if I don't know what I want to watch, I can tune into 4 different channels at one time that you can watch on 4 different devices, and it's available on Fire Sticks, smart TVs, tablets, and if you're on the go, you can watch TV on your phone. Hit the link in my description or go to channelsforcheap.com where you can get a free 7-day trial. That's a whole week for you to just sit down and play with it and see what you about it, then come back and make a purchase. If you have any questions, go to channelsforcheap.com, hit this little button right here, and they'll respond to you immediately. That is channels4cheap.com. The link is in the description. I highly recommend it. Let's do it.